You analogize in your argument to the sovereign immunity of states, the sovereign immunity of tribes. And I wonder if Puerto Rico's situation, though, is significantly different, both with respect to states and with respect to tribes. They had sovereignty at the time of the convention, and that carried forward just as the states carried forward, just as the tribes carried forward. Puerto Rico, obviously, at some point, at points in the past, had the sovereignty of Spain, but that did not carry over in any sense. So the question would be not to the extent to which the Constitution recognized the existing sovereignty. The question would be, did the Constitution in any way confer sovereignty, create sovereignty with respect to Puerto Rico? And as far as the plan of the convention goes, the plan of the convention was to cover the territories with plenary authority on Congress's part, not with any notion of sovereignty.
So our position is that the sovereignty should not depend on history. That position was adopted by the court that history matters in the Sanchez-Valle case, really only for the purpose of a double jeopardy analysis. And I think the court went out of its way in Sanchez-Valle to say, this is not the standard rule. In fact, I think the court said the ordinary meaning of sovereignty is not like what happened there.
All right, I'll give you that.
Okay. The question of whether or not there is sovereign immunity, again, I think there's two steps that are involved. One of them is that Congress has to confer attributes of sovereignty onto the entity. Usually it does that by an organic act. Here there were several organic acts, but then even more important than that was the Constitutional Assembly in the 1950s, which, as this court has said many times, really made Puerto Rico unique and gave it...
Well, that's right. That's sort of my point, unique. And so I'm just wondering how far you can stretch the analogy to state sovereign immunity, to tribal sovereign immunity.
Again, if it's unique, we would take the position that it's unique, in favor of sovereignty because of...
Right.